on just chilling, and I have to wear my mask in the studio now because about the mask mandates in the studio at the Right State radio station. So I gotta wear my mask again.
Dang,
But everything
dang.
else
I
is
can.
good. Hey Patrick, how's the camera look? Okay, okay, cool.
There we go.
All right. But yeah, this is B Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. Everyone better buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Suicide Squad, Netflix Transformers, Marvel's What If, Jungle Cruise, and The Tomorrow War. But also, I gotta say, the views and opinions of the Jones Review do not reflect the views and opinions of the WWSU Radio, Wright State University, nor their entities. All right, Kyle. Well, I think we just hit the bat and just go off with the Suicide Squad. So, what are your thoughts on the
Oh,
Suicide Squad? But also, we gotta make it non-spoilery.
oh man, we starting off with the big boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, starting off with the big boy
um.
already.
Oh man. Okay. Let me start by saying this. This hands down to me is one of the best comic book movie adaptations I've ever seen.
Hmm.
To me personally, the the way how I saw the Suicide Squad is what the first one was trying to be. And I feel like to me, James Gunn knew exactly what he was doing with almost all these characters. He knew exactly what he was doing because this is James Gunn we're talking about, man.
Right, James
He knows
Gunn.
how to take these he knows how to take like these lesser known either like lesser known or like stupid characters like Polka Dot Man
Yeah,
and
Polka Dot
turn them
Man.
into and turn them into characters that we actually care about. And I was like, wow, I am so impressed. And wait, can I say who like the main villain is?
Pretty much because it's obvious. I mean,
Oh, okay. Dude, I'm not going to tell you no lie. I almost shed a tear when I saw Starro.
that CGI was clean
Yo,
though. I was like, this is way too
dude,
clean. And it was just
not
something else.
even that. Man, not even that. Never in a million years would I ever thought that we were ever going to get a live adaptation of Starro.
Me neither, man. This is like a first appearance of him in the DCEU. So I
Mm-hmm.
wonder what they're gonna do with Starro in the future, and I hope they utilize him and other Suicide Squad members. Hopefully, in the main movies
Yeah,
or main continuity,
definitely,
they're gonna make. Hopefully,
definitely.
I don't know. Hopefully, they include all these characters canon after the Flash movie when they establish their new DCEU with the proper characters
Mm-hmm.
they add to their multiverse, but mainly their main continuity universe. So hopefully they stick to
Mm-hmm.
that after the Flash comes out. But
Mm-hmm.
the Suicide Squad, I think it's something that is an instant classic and more so generational thing. I think it's one of the best DC, uh, not superhero but anti-hero movies of this generation. It's one of the best DC
Mm-hmm.
movies of one of this generation. And
Mm-hmm.
they James Gunn. I liked how James Gunn he used characters that he knows and loves, but he knows the source material, and that's why it was so good because it's basically a passion project, like you usually say. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely loved this movie without a doubt. I'm just gonna give my review out there. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It was perfect to me. I loved the character development and I loved the story it was telling. And uh, Idris Alba, my main man, one of my favorite actors of all time, he definitely led that movie. So he was, I don't know. I felt like he's carrying the DCEU on his back now instead of uh, Pedro Pascal with Mandalorian with Star Wars. But you know,
Mm.
I gotta say, I was very impressed with this movie. I liked the tone it had. It was very gruesome though. Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is hands down the gruesomest
yeah.
comic book property I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, James Gunn just looked at Deadpool. He took the dead out of pool. Now that man just now that man is just pool.
Yeah, just Deadpool.
He's pool.
Yeah, just pool.
So yeah, I agree. I agree with that. If I'm gonna get like my rating, this is the first time in a while, and I'm so glad I'm giving it this rating. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
This is
wow.
the
He gave it
first
a
movie-
10 out of 10. I agree with you,
This is
Kyle,
the
because, like,
first-
yeah, this is like
yeah,
the
man.
first DC movie that's rated R, that has a great story, great established characters, not well known, but they're established. And I gotta say, John Cena was way out there in this movie, and I loved it.
Dude, yeah, that was the most shocking thing about this movie was John Cena's performance.
Yeah, before I watched the movie, to me, I thought this is gonna be John Cena's breakout role. I think he's gonna really own this role as Peacemaker, and he's gonna rock with this role. So I see why James Gunn wanted to make a spinoff show for him, because I think it's gonna be a crazy show. Hopefully it comes out next year or the year after. But James Gunn is actually writing that show too, or he wrote all 10 episodes, or how many episodes they have. So I'm really impressed with how James Gunn made this movie, and I keep forgetting he has like other DC projects that he's gonna do. So I'm excited for what he wants to do with the DCEU. I don't know.
I'm so excited.
To me, in my opinion, I think that he should direct majority of the DCEU movies instead of Zack Snyder. That's my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You see, and it clearly shows like both of them has their own interpretation of these characters in their own mind. But I'm going to go a step above you, man. I think James Gunn is perfect for the DCEU than the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I definitely agree with you, because I remember one statement James Gunn made. He said that DC gave him the free will and creativity for this movie. So I think it definitely shows that he will do whatever it takes to get the DCEU attention than Marvel and to compete with Marvel. But, with him with Marvel, what happened, and he made a comment years ago and he got fired, and then they kind of delayed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for a little bit, and they rehired him because they couldn't find anybody else to do it. But Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be his last Marvel movie, and hopefully he steps up and hope they let James Gunn create his beautiful vision that he wants to do for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 instead of just editing out majority of the good parts. I don't know. I think it showed that Marvel kind of took over Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because I wasn't sure.
Absolutely.
I didn't really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm not sure if that was James Gunn's idea or Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige's idea for that movie, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. I agree with that on everything you just said. Yeah, to me, when James Gunn was directing like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he was still under the Disney umbrella, so like everything they played it safe for like majority of it.
Yeah.
Here, it feels like WB just gave James Gunn a blank check and just said, "Go here's a check, go nuts."
Right.
That's exactly what he did.
That's what he did. You could tell like he went nuts with this movie. I was like, this guy has to be insane. Whoever made this movie, they got to be insane. They got to be just straight up out there, just animated. Like, it was everything that you want in a superhero movie or anti-hero movie. It had the jokes, it had the action, it had the emotional aspect to it. It has everything that you want in a superhero movie. And
Absolutely.
The performances were outstanding. Ratcatcher 2 was amazing. I gotta say, I liked Rick Flag a lot better in this movie than the other movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Like, whatever character was in the first movie did a lot better than their predecessor from the first movie. But I gotta say,
Yeah.
this is my favorite Suicide Squad movie, and it definitely has the Suicide Squad team in this movie for sure, by
Yes.
far. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I keep forgetting Sylvester Stallone, Sly. I loved him as
I
King
love
Shark.
King Shark.
King
I
Shark,
love King
it
Shark.
was so cute and funny. Like just the way Sylvester
He's
was voicing him,
adorable.
I'm just like, this does not sound like Sylvester Stallone. Just so
Yeah,
goofy
that's the
with it.
thing, man. That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. My hands down, my favorite character is King Shark. I
Yeah.
would like, and see, here's the thing. This movie surprised me a lot because with like, I won't say who because this is spoiler free, but some of my prediction on like who died were kind of right, but at the
Oh yeah,
same
mine
time,
too.
James, yeah, yeah, and then like
Mhm.
James Gunn just like took him like a next level. I'm like, oh, you thought this character was gonna live? Ha, you're
Psych.
wrong.
Nope.
Ha.
Literally, like
Right.
right off the bat, you can. It just literally tells it for you to see, and it just. I
Mm-hmm.
like how it's just straightforward with uh no corniness to it, to where everyone survives. I think that's what the missing part of the first Suicide Squad movie was, because with
Yeah.
David Ayer, he's a good director at some extent, but if he can develop his craft a little bit more with knowing the material and not just going up to WB like, let me make this movie, then we got a upstanding with it. But David Ayer, I don't think he really understood the material, and he just just grabbed a bunch of DC villains on a team, Task Force X, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it had an all-star cast. I still like the movie, but I think it could have been a
Mm-hmm.
little bit better depending on
Mm-hmm.
how they use the material. And also
Mm-hmm.
with Zack Snyder, I think they're trying to keep it in the DCEU continuity that they were trying to make with the same cinematography that they were using as like the other movies. And of course, they had Ben Affleck as Batman in the movie for the first movie, not
Mm-hmm.
the second movie. First movie. That's not a spoiler, but he's not in the second movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh, it's a different tone, and I like what James Gunn is gonna do for future DC projects. I really hope he makes a Justice League movie, in my opinion, because I really think
Really?
yeah, it really showed that he's really good at making superhero team movies or super villain anti-hero team movies, because he really understands the characters and he gives them their own spotlight, but in a funnier way or in a action anti-hero villain way. I don't know how to explain it, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn did an excellent job on developing a Suicide Squad movie that's for the fans. And
I
for those
agree.
Zack Snyder fans, y'all are missing out on a great movie, because just the way
I will say this. I will say this. For anybody out there who's squeamish or don't like gore
mhm.
or lots of blood,
Yeah.
this movie might not be for them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cause
This is straight up rated R. Like, this is not for kids. This it definitely shows in the movie, and they say a lot of cuss words, and there's a lot of gruesome scenes, and some scenes aren't for kids. So yeah, make sure that you don't bring your kids to the show. Oh, it looks like we got a
right.
comment. The Justice League is Zack Snyder's film. No one else should be making those films. Come on, Solomon. Man, you gotta let go of Zack Snyder. He was just a hype train of this year. Come on, Solomon. I mean, I honestly, in my opinion, I don't like Zack Snyder as a director. He's a mediocre director.
I,
He makes stupid fun
yeah.
movies, and I mean, I think Justice League was his passion project, but there's so many things that he wasn't able to do because with certain aspects of his life that happened with his daughter and everything. It was just at a weird place to where it wasn't a good time for him to finish the movie. and WB had to just make a whole new movie. And it's not even what the first Zack Snyder movie was of Justice League, and definitely the terrible. But WB came to her senses and actually made or actually helped finish or distribute the Snyder cut. And
Mm-hmm.
well, I gotta agree. Zack Snyder's Justice League was better than this Whedon cut for sure, and it was a longer movie. But
Yeah.
I understand why it was longer to understand and to explain each scene and what was happening with their characters. So I give him credit on that. But oh, like he finished it,
Yeah.
and it's called the Snyder Cut. It's the film that was yeah, that's the film that he wanted too. But the problem is, it came out too late to the point to where are they really going to continue the Snyderverse or not? So I guess we'll have to see after the Flash
Yeah.
movie to really see if they want to finish his vision for the Justice League. But in my opinion,
Yeah.
I don't think they should let him finish because the sloppy job he did with Batman vs Superman, I don't trust him with the Justice League after that till this day. I still hold a grudge from that Batman vs Superman because he hyped that movie
Goodness
so
gracious.
yeah. Just I didn't like the way Doomsday looked. I thought the story was sloppy. I thought the story that they were trying to tell didn't make sense, and it was clobbered into a big old mumbo jumbo storyline, and it wasn't fitting right with any other movies. It was just a big blockbuster movie that they were trying to make just to get people to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100% of everything you just said just now. Batman v Superman was a hodgepodge of a mess because Zack Snyder, he tried to cram in three storylines into one movie. He tried to cram, actually no, not three. My bad. Excuse me. Two. He tried to cram in two storylines, which is I think the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, The
Correct
Dark
me if
Knight
I'm wrong.
Rises and Death of
And the
Superman.
Death of Superman.
That was way too early.
That was way too early. And I agree with you 100%. I did not like Doomsday. I didn't like how the way he looked. He looked like one of Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles. I didn't like that at all.
Nice.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that. But the one thing I did not like was Jesse Eisenberg's performance as Lex Luthor.
Oh, that was
I
terrible.
I did
I don't
not like
understand
that.
why Zack Snyder chose Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. He does not look like Lex Luthor at all.
No, he didn't look like Lex Luthor, plus he didn't feel like Lex Luthor. To me, I didn't see Lex Luthor. I saw the Riddler.
Yeah, I do see a
I
Riddler
didn't
in him.
see, yeah, it's either like the Riddler or the Joker because his interpretation, he was a bit too schizophrenic for Lex Luthor, in
Yeah,
my
pretty much.
opinion.
I agree.
But on the topic, or like back to like James Gunn,
Hmm.
I'm so glad he's has more projects in development for DC. Like I said, he's perfect for this universe.
Yeah.
If there's one movie that I really want James Gunn to direct after seeing this, if they ever do make this movie, I would love James Gunn to direct a Doom Patrol movie.
Oh, that would be a sick movie. I definitely see that, man.
Dude.
Hey, James Gunn, if you're listening, like that's a great idea. So if you create a Doom Patrol movie, me and Kyle will be pleased.
Doom Patrol is hands down. That just screams James Gunn. Because
Hmm.
you got characters like Robot Man, Alaska Woman, Crazy Jane,
Hmm.
Negative Man.
Yeah.
And and this is ever since I saw like the HBO Max show, James Gunn, if they ever do this, put Danny the Street in there.
Yeah. I feel like DC, Warner Brothers should give the keys of DC to James Gunn instead of Zack Snyder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because listen, man, I ain't gonna say no lie. The next movie I hear that's directed by Zack Snyder, I won't be scared. I won't be
I don't know.
scared.
He should just stick with Army of the Dead universe. No more DC for him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One and done.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League was, I think, a one and done, and it was a good movie. And hopefully,
But at the same time, we gotta look back, right? Because James Gunn came in where everybody says like, "Oh, I'm tired of my superhero movie being too goofy or too goofy for lack of a better word or better phrase."
I know.
So James Gunn came in when he wants to be serious, but his first mistake was making Man of Steel too serious.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like the way he portrayed Superman, because Superman does not kill. So they definitely messed up.
Doesn't kill, yes, but I guess because everybody's interpretation of a certain character is different. Like Christopher Nolan's Batman is different from Tim Burton's Batman. Every version of Batman is different. So I get the creativity, but I'm sorry for anybody who's listening. I'm sorry. I do not like Henry Cavill as Superman.
What? Henry Cavill's the best Superman in my opinion. So
I do not like Henry Cavill as Superman.
Why is that, Kyle?
To me, he's bland. He don't got the man has one facial expression throughout his entire performance. Huh. It's like, yo, can you emote for me, please? Yeah, it's just bland, man. I don't like him as Superman. Now, and actually, no, not even in the Snyder Cut. Okay, I will say this: I did like him in the Snyder Cut way better than any other movies that he has as Superman. But yeah, other than I just don't like Zack Snyder's version of Superman.
I don't know. I think what Zack Snyder was trying to do was create a different tone of the DC superheroes that we know and love, and he was just trying to do a different take on it, and it's not as good as you think it is, but it's decent. Yeah. I mean, when he made that Justice League movie, but other than that, he should just stick with Army of the Dead universe. I think horror is
true.
So, but yeah,
true.
So if anyone is watching the Jones review, I'm doing this on Facebook Live too. But if you guys are wanting to participate, you can call this number at 937-775-5555.
Well, unfortunately, they can't with Kyle Burns taking the line.
I forgot about that. My bad.
It's all right.
Anyways, or you can participate by the live chat, which is on YouTube or Discord or Facebook Live if you want. So just let us know if you have a question or if you have a comment to say, and then we can respond to it. So
they could also leave a message through the website as well, wwsu1069.org. Click the green play button and then click chat with DJ on the menu.
Yep. Thank you, Patrick.
No problem.
But yeah, the Suicide Squad is one of the best DCEU movies to date, and I just hope James Gunn sticks to the DC universe to improve on it and hopefully better it for its future. And I hope Warner Brothers actually listens to the fans and actually have directors that really care about the material and understand it. So,
just a quick question for you, Bailey.
Yep.
Do you think this is a reboot or do you think it's a sequel?
I think it's a reboot because just the way they made the first movie, I liked it, but I think they could have done better with its characters because I didn't really like the roster they had. It was a decent roster, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But I think the Suicide Squad is a reboot, but also I think they're going to use those characters for future movies.
I hope we see Viola Davis as Amanda Waller again.
Oh, of course.
I love Viola Davis.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I never seen Viola Davis cuss so much in that movie. That was so
Nah, man. Yo, yo, she turned into Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder. I'm like, Viola, wrong show.
But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
let's get to our next review here, and let's talk about Netflix's Transformers, season 2 and season 3. So, Kyle, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, as a big Transformers fan,
Hmm.
I love it. I love all of it. What is it called? War for Cybertron?
Yeah, War for Cybertron, and then
Okay.
it's Siege, and then
I
it's
don't
Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't remember season 2 as much as like the other seasons, but I do remember season 3 because season 3 just released. So plus season 3 is when they brought in another version of the Transformers, which is the Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And when I was little, I've seen parts of the Beast Wars, but I never understood like the hype over it. I mean, it's cool that they transform into freaking animals and dinosaurs and all that, but I just never understood the hype. Now, having to like rewatch it, like as an adult, I freaking love Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Beast Wars has a great story, with great characters, and I'm not going to lie, the CGI like back then, because this was like it was the first animated Transformers that they released.
Right.
So the computer generated stuff wasn't up to par, but having to see what they look like in Kingdom, it just makes me so happy. Like how far technology has came. It's like wow.
I agree with that, Kyle, for sure. It's just we came a long way technology wise and CGI. Well, the CGI are okay nowadays, but in Transformers, Netflix's Transformers, it definitely shows how it has evolved over the years. But also, we are coming up on our top of the hour break, so we're going to take a break real quick, and we'll come back to Netflix's Transformers. So I hope you guys stay tuned for more of the Jones Review.
End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to sit through their favorite boy band with them, then surely you'll...
And I love listening to 106.9 WWSU.
Welcome to the Jones Review.
Hi, welcome back to the Jones Review here. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. I have my guest here on today's episode, Kyle Burns.
Hello.
That was a little delay, but
Yeah, a
that's
little
funny.
delay. But let's get back to our Transformers discussion. So yeah, I think evolution-wise, the CGI has come a long way, and it shows in Transformers with the animation. But Kyle, I kind of have mixed feelings for the way the Beast Wars Transformers look on the show.
Really?
Yeah, it just the way with that CGI with I'm not sure if they were paying homage to the Beast Wars animation. I don't know. I think it still kind of looked like that in a way, but it looked okay in my opinion.
To me, yes, that's exactly how they're supposed to look like. Except, don't get me wrong, I'm loving the way how they look. I'm loving it. But the thing is about the Beast Wars that I'm not used to is the voice choices, like the voice actors, especially when it comes to like Megatron, the futuristic Megatron,
Yeah,
because the old Megatron from like the old Beast Wars TV shows, he always says like he has a certain tone of voice. He's always like Optimus Prime, yes. he always has that like voice, and then you have this Megatron who's like, I don't like the characteristic of this Megatron because he's kind of a suck up to like the future or like the past Megatron.
right.
It's confusing for somebody who doesn't understand.
I don't mean to cut you off, but to clarify to the listeners, because of the quality of the phone line, he said suck up, not the F word, just to let everybody know.
Oh.
It sounded like the F word, but because of the quality of the phone, it made it sound like the F word.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Okay.
I oh man, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy.
I just wanted to throw it out there in case if anybody complains, oh, he said the F word on the air. It just sounded like that because of the phone.
Thanks, Patrick.
No problem.
Thanks for the save.
Hey, thanks for clearing that up, Patrick.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
I don't want to say this. So, like, the Beast Wars are from the future. Like, the Beast, like, Optimus Primal, Rat Trap, Cheetor, they're all from the future. Now, I know, for somebody who's out there, that doesn't make any sense because you have, how can they be from the future when you got a raptor and gigantic T-Rex just running around with like a cheetah and a white tiger? Listen, I know it doesn't make sense, but it's Transformers. Nothing makes sense.
Right.
So, other than that, I love what they're doing. I love what Netflix is doing with Transformers.
I definitely agree with you, man. I think hopefully if they keep it up with Transformers, like I think they're gonna come out with the movie soon.
Oh my gosh, I hope so.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I hope so. I hope so. But another reason why I like Transformers War for Cybertron, I really like their approach of Optimus Prime. Because to me personally, my favorite interpretation of Optimus Prime when it comes to like TV shows is Transformers animated, because in that version, Optimus Prime is the leader of the Autobots. Well, his own little band of Autobots, but he's not the leader. If that makes any sense.
I know what you're talking about. Like he doesn't always. Well, he leads the Transformers, but he doesn't lead how they behave or how they perceive each other. Is that what you mean?
Right. Yeah. But in this one, in War for Cybertron, he is the leader of the Autobots, but the Autobots are questioning like his motives. Like,
Oh yeah,
Prime
I know what you
does
mean.
like yeah. Because like Optimus Prime, he does some good. He does good from like what he does his own decisions for like what's good for the group. But a lot of Autobots are questioning, like, are you sure about this? Are you sure this is a good idea? And that never happens with any interpretation of, like, Transformers. Because with Optimus Prime, he's the leader. All of his decisions are straightforward.
Right.
This one took a different approach to Optimus Prime, and I love it.
Me too. And in this one, I think it was like season 2. I think he's about to kill Megatron.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't normally just straight up try to kill Megatron, but it was just a different. I do like what they're doing with Optimus Prime, and I really hope they add my favorite character, Hot Rod. He's my favorite character out of the Transformers universe.
I love Hot Rod.
Yeah, Hot Rod is. I think he became like the new Optimus Prime in the Transformers movie too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Because he's kind of like, how I describe Hot Rod, he's kind of like the Luke Skywalker of the Transformers universe, like takes the torch from Optimus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really hope they add in Hot Rod too.
I hope they add him hopefully they add him in the Netflix series, but if they make a movie, the animated or anime Netflix movie of Transformers, I hope they add Hot Rod because he's my favorite character.
Because they said, because isn't this series, this like off topic, but isn't this series made by Rooster Teeth?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm going to say, because
you're talking about
very Rooster Teeth.
Which series are you talking about?
Well, the Transformers, because this feels very Rooster Teeth.
Oh, like the creator?
Yeah, the creator.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I know they created Red versus Blue, but I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not sure. But for my review of just the trilogy, I'll probably give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. What would you give it, Kyle?
You talking to a Transformers fan here. I'm trying not to be so biased. As much as I love the series, I will admit there are some pacing issues. There's some character-driven stuff that I did not care about. To me, I would give this an 8. I would give this an 8.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
All right. Sounds good. Well, that's my review for the Transformers series on Netflix. For if people were curious where to watch the Suicide Squad, you can watch it on HBO Max or at your nearest local theater, or you can watch Transformers, the anime trilogy or saga on Netflix, streaming on Netflix. But if you guys want to still participate, you can participate by live chat just to ask a question, or if you have a comment, let us know because we're interested in what you are watching, or if you're interested in what we are watching. But anyways, let's move on to Disney's Jungle Cruise. I know Kyle hasn't watched it, but I wanted to talk about it. Disney's Jungle Cruise It reminds me so much of Pirates of the Caribbean. A lot.
Really?
Pirates of the Caribbean and Treasure Planet in a way. Just the way the theme is. Has Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt in it, and I love how the characters are established and it has a nice tone to it, and just the way the story is. It basically is about a stone or a type of flowers that can heal anybody from a sickness or injury, and it can even bring back a character to life. But it just also has Edgar Ramirez and Jack Whitehall and Paul Giamatti of all the people. Paul Giamatti's a great actor. But just the story it told, I like the action in it. I would say that this is one of Dwayne Johnson's best movies to date.
Really?
And, yeah, and I think it really shows his acting range as an actor and how he acts in certain movies. But I do like the chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. I think they're a great acting duo. So hopefully they act in more movies in the future. But just I hope you're interested in watching it, Kyle, because it's a good watch.
I am interested in watching it, but I just don't have like the time to watch it.
Yeah.
Or it's just like didn't look like interesting enough. But since you said all of that, it does sound interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like I don't know, man. To say that is like on the same level as Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't know, man. I'm a pirates.
I don't know. It's just like the way they use their boats and their ships. It just gives me that Pirates of the Caribbean vibe to it. I don't know, just the way from the trailer and then watching the movie, it gave me like a look at. I don't know. It felt like more Atlantis, the Disney's Atlantis movie. I don't know. It just felt like a combination of every movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, Treasure Planet, and Atlantis for some reason. And
interesting.
I did like the CGI in the movie. The CGI was clean, and the characters were well established. I love the story it was telling, and I think the story was out of love. It's basically love, and I love the setting it had. Just everything about the movie was just great. I would give this movie a 4 out of 5 because it was entertaining and you can just enjoy the movie with a family, a friend, and it was just something that you can watch. You can watch it on Disney Plus for premium access, and also you can watch it at your local nearest theater if you want to watch it. But I think it's a good watch, and I'll recommend it to anybody who's a fan of Dwayne Johnson or Emily Blunt. So, it's definitely a good watch. Oh, Kyle, I remembered another thing. So what do you think about Scarlett Johansson suing Disney?
I say, go ahead, girl, get your money.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's all I say because Disney promised her, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was only going to go in theaters.
Yeah,
but Disney, being a business, they said, I don't think that's really a good idea. So they just released it on HBO. Wow, Disney Plus, anyways. Yeah. So to me, she's in the right. In my personal opinion, she has full throttle of just suing Disney. Mm-hmm. To me personally, if you promise me one thing and you're going back on your word, I'm going to sue you.
Yeah.
And the girl lost out on $50 million. Mm-hmm. $50 million. Mm-hmm. So if someone screwed me out of $50 million, I'm just saying, someone better lawyer up because I'm going to throw full throttle.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Kyle. I mean, I remember before, I think we talked about this too, Scarlett Johansson winning that box office money. And I think they signed a contract for that too. And I don't think Disney really applied to that with Disney Plus. I think that's how they got away with the box office money. And Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson has a right to sue Disney for what they did to her because
Mhm.
Disney made a lot of money off of the Disney Plus release too. So that was
They
like a
did.
different take on the box office money. And theaters were not pleased with that. But that's the theater's fault too for not wanting to partner up with Disney to do some type of partnership to distribute the movie of Black Widow.
Right.
And
Right.
you know, Scarlett Johansson has every right to sue Disney. But also it sparks a lot of cases for actors to sue Disney for not giving them enough money when they should have been paid enough from the box office and
Right.
being that character for so long and acting in that movie. So I think every actor has a right to sue
Yeah.
Disney for not paying them the right amount of money they should have gotten in the first place.
Yeah, because shoot, Scarlett Johansson, she was there from the start of the
Mhm.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'm a bit surprised. And also, I've been seeing that Disney has been firing back at Scarlett Johansson for suing them. But I think she has every right to
Yeah.
because she was in the beginning of the MCU. So in some way, she deserves that money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I gotta say one thing, Scarlett Johansson is the most professional person I've ever seen.
Right.
She is literally the most professional because when all of this was happening in the background, this girl was in the foreground. She still did press events. She still did interviews. She still did all of this.
Mhm.
Knowing this was going on, I'm like, wow, this girl is so professional.
I agree. Yeah. So
And shoot, I don't know if you know this too, but shoot, Emma Stone, she was about to do the same thing with Cruella.
yeah, I did hear about that, Cruella, and then now I've been hearing that she's kind of iffy about it now, but I think she should do it because I think Disney screwed over Emma Stone on her money on
I agree.
her salary for that movie,
I agree.
and it was also
Emma
streamed
Stone
on
deserves
Disney
every-
Plus.
every penny.
So I think Disney made a lot more money on Cruella on the Disney Plus premiere access than the box office money shows. So I think she has every right to sue Disney. And I think I'm not sure if Dwayne Johnson or Emily Blunt or any type of actor or actress who has voiced many Disney movies. I'm not even sure if Toy Story, if they did that with Toy Story or Monsters Inc. or Incredibles or you know what I'm talking about, Kyle. Like I'm not sure if they've done that
Yeah.
for every movie, but you know it's
Right.
definitely going to change everything because just the way. I mean, Warner Brothers has been doing it for years, but I think Disney is a heavy hitter, so that might change everything for how actors get paid nowadays.
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, I'm,
Man.
but also, I mean, we're talking about Marvel now. What are your thoughts on Marvel's What If? Because I'm really excited for that to happen.
That was a great segue.
Mm-hmm.
that was a great segue.
Yeah.
Oh
What
man.
if Scarlett Johansson got paid what she deserved?
Hey, I like what you're thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
That was another great segue. Y'all on fire today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. What if I'm extremely excited because number one, unfortunately, it is the last time that we actually hear the voice of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
but I am so happy because not too long ago, I forgot who said this, but What If is 100% canon. So, so the whole question of what if, that is canon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
that
so
changes
exciting.
everything. I liked how
It does.
even the writer. I think I saw a post recently on MCU Accurate that even the Loki writers were talking to the Marvel's What If writers and No Way Home and Multiverse Madness of the Multiverse writers, and just to make sure that they're on track and they didn't screw up anything storyline wise to connect everything. So I'm excited for what they do with Marvel's What If. I know what the first 3 episodes are. The first episode will have Captain Carter, and then the second one is T'Challa as Star-Lord. And the third one is what if Loki came to Earth but ruled Asgard and Earth.
So wait, like 3 episodes?
Yeah.
They're releasing?
Yeah, the first 3 episodes. That's what they are. And then Marvel's What If has a total of 9 episodes because of it should have been 10 episodes, but they said that COVID and the budget changed up the budget and the animation and time wise. So it'll just be 9 episodes, but it has been confirmed for season 2, and it will also have 9 episodes. But the way with everything is going with the show, it seems like if one episode does well, they can literally just make a spinoff off of that episode and make a show out of it. I definitely love that idea because that means they can have segue for more animation adaptations of our superheroes that we know and love. So I'm excited.
True. But
I'm really digging
But do you think...
Oh, were you about to say, Kyle?
Oh, I was going to ask you a question. Do you think, like, okay, let's say, like, what's your name? Captain Carter?
Yes.
What if she, like, makes it into, like, the real world? Or, like, do you think that's going to happen?
Oh, without a doubt. I think they're going to bring her to live action. I think I saw in the trailer what if she meets with the, I think, dark multiverse version of Doctor Strange. And it seems like they're all going to become like a multiversal Avengers in some way. And I like that idea. I think that we will see Captain Carter in Madness of the Multiverse, in my opinion. I think we're going to see some of these characters in the Doctor Strange movie in some way, some form. But I'm excited to see what they do with it. I do like the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. That sounds really cool.
That actually does sound cool.
Yeah. I seen the
It does sound really cool.
I think I seen the Hot Toys collectible, and it looks comic accurate. Just his costume looks like straight out from the comics, but with the cloak, Doctor Strange cloak. Yeah, so
it's
pretty sick.
Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm really excited for What If, especially like the animation style, because I'm a sucker for like unique animation style. Yeah. And wow, it just looks phenomenal.
Yeah, man. I love I'm a huge animation nerd, so I love animation and what they're gonna do with Marvel's What If. And I love how they actually have the actors who play those characters on Marvel's What If. So I think that's a plus. I also like Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. I think that was good casting.
No.
Yeah, he's the Watcher.
You're lying to me.
No.
Oh my gosh, this show about to be so good. They got my boy Jim Gordon. Yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then even they got Josh Brolin as Thanos, and then they got Michael Douglas as Ant-Man, Dr. Hank Pym, and then they got Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master, and then Chris Hemsworth.
So they basically brought everybody back.
Yeah, except for Robert Downey Jr. and without Dave Bautista as Drax, unfortunately. I don't understand why they didn't cast Dave Bautista as Drax in Marvel's What If.
Yeah, I don't know why that's because either.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe he was busy. I don't know.
No, I saw a post recently. Fans were like, "Why isn't Dave Bautista as Drax?" And then he does a repost for it on Twitter and saying, first of all, let's start off with, I was never asked to do it. I was like, what? And then James Gunn commented, and he says what? So I don't know. That's kind of shady right there.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not really surprised anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel Studios is a business, but the way they've been doing business with their actors, I mean, it's a good thing because they announced that they're gonna stop doing year contracts with their actors, so they can be
Right.
flexible. But that's also
Right.
means we might not see a certain character for a certain while. If they finish the movie or done with that movie, they're done with that character. So hopefully, I don't know. That's kind of a bad sign, but hopefully they keep their actors enough to where they'll come back.
Right. And that's good. They stopped doing that whole multi-contract thing because
Yeah.
there's a lot of well-known actors in the MCU as of right now, and they got a lot of projects. Like for example, Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt played Star-Lord. But I remember there was one year he had this movie coming out along with another movie, and I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this is a lot.
I wonder how much time they have on their hands to do other projects.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shoot.
I also
Shoot,
liked
they
how
got some good agents.
also to come back to Suicide Squad. I like how Taki Waititi was in it too.
Oh yeah, Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's just an
Yo.
all-star actor, man. He's just in everything, and he directs everything basically.
That dude is a chameleon.
Yeah.
I love Taika Waititi.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait to see Thor: Love and Thunder. I can't wait.
I think it's funny how people their attention is to Spider-Man, and then it's to Doctor Strange: Madness of the Multiverse. But before we get into
Yeah.
that, we're coming up on our break, so we'll come back and stay tuned for more of the Jones Review soon. Welcome back to the Jones Review, everyone. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. Everyone better buckle up because it's going to be a fun episode. On today's episode, I have my boy here, Kyle Burns. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's good, man?
Nothing much. If it doesn't seem like I sound enthusiastic right now, it's because I'm wearing a mask, so you don't really get to see my facial expressions as much. I mean, I guess you can see my eyebrows, but you don't see me smiling as much if I want to. But that's we gotta be safe around COVID, so the Wright State demanded that we wear masks inside the studio now, so I gotta wear a mask. So, yep.
Yeah.
That's where Wright States wants us. So, anyways, let's get back to Marvel's What If. So, what were you saying about What If, Kyle?
I think we were just saying like our general thoughts about it, and then just like how excited we are for the show. Like me personally, I'm very excited for the show.
Me too. I think I heard there was an episode where we'll get to see Iron Man go to Sakaar instead of Thor.
Really?
Yeah, that'll be an interesting episode. I would love to see that episode. And also, I think there's another episode where Ultron defeated the Avengers in Age of Ultron instead of the Avengers defeating Ultron. So he probably like rules the world or something. And then,
oh wow!
Then we have a Marvel's Zombies episode. I really do like that storyline though. It's a good storyline. So I'm excited to see those.
I'm legitimately surprised that they're doing Marvel Zombies.
And the way Iron Man looks, he has the nanotech while he's a zombie. Like, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. To me, I think they teased Marvel Zombies in, like, shoot, what movie was it? Spider-Man Far From Home? Was it?
Really?
Because remember, like in the scene where Mysterio was just like messing with Peter with all the illusions, and then Iron Man came up from like a grave.
I think so. Oh yeah, and then it had the zombie Iron Man come out. Yeah. You remember that? Yeah. I agree with you. I think it did kind of tease that a little bit.
Yeah, because if they teased it, something told me that they were going to do it like in the future. Mm-hmm. But it's a really good storyline.
Well, yeah, I love the storyline, and then they come back to it again, and then it's just such a great storyline. If you guys haven't checked it out, or you guys can check it out on Comic Storian on YouTube or whatever YouTuber does the storyline and how they narrate it, and it's a great storyline to listen to. Also, big shout out to Comic Storian with all the comic books I've been getting up to date too. Thank you very much for doing that. So yeah. Anyways, Marvel's What If. I'm really stoked about it. They got a lot of storylines to tell through what happened after Loki. I don't think that's a spoiler, hopefully. But anyways, just the way every storyline you can think of, it's gonna happen in Marvel's What If. So, but hopefully they choose a better selection of the storylines in season 2 and build from that too. And I'll be doing a review for it next week, and I hope you guys watch the first episode of it when it comes out on August 11th, and it will be streaming on Disney Plus. And also, Titans comes out next week, and Stargirl. And then even Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. So it's going to be action-packed next week for entertainment-wise. So hope you guys stay tuned for more of that. But anyways, if you guys want to participate still, you can participate by live chat on YouTube or by 106.9 FM website. So hope you guys want to participate and let us know if you have any questions. But if not, then let's move on to the Tomorrow War. So, the Tomorrow War has Chris Pratt in it, and to me, I thought it was a really good movie because it was a lot longer than I expected. But I do like those sci-fi war movies, and it has that interesting CGI to it. And I think, well, I thought the aliens were too OP, overpowered in the movie, to where they're trying to make the human society extinct. But you know,
Hmm.
I do like the fact that Chris Pratt's character, Dan Foster, he's basically like a somewhat of a scientist or military. Well, he's like a vet, military vet, but he goes on a mission to where he's recruited by this futuristic army in the future who's trying to fight an alien race that is unknown at where they came from, and they come to the future. It's all ruined. A lot of explosions, and next thing you know, you see this alien creature, and it just you can't pierce it with the bullet at all, or sometimes you can. But I love the aspect of the movie. I love the whole idea of the movie, and that's why I like it. And it has time travel. If you like time travel sci-fi movies, this is your movie. If you like humans fighting aliens, this is your movie. If you like Chris Pratt, this is your movie. They also got Yvonnya Tascovice. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but she was from Mass Effect as Miranda Lawson. And then if you like J.K. Simmons, he's also in this movie too. He plays Omni-Man in Invincible. So they got an all-star cast in this movie. They also have Sam Richardson, who is a comedian, and they got Edwin Hogg, and then Keith Powers. So they have some people in this movie for sure. But I love the premise of the movie. It's a lot longer than I thought, but that's a good thing though, because it makes you want to watch more. But I think it's a good watch for fans who like Chris Pratt, who like sci-fi, action, adventure, and thriller. But Kyle, what are your thoughts on the Tomorrow War?
See, the Tomorrow War sounds like a good concept on paper,
Yeah,
but to me personally, I did not like this movie at all. To me, it just felt boring, and I didn't really care about Chris Pratt's character. J.K. Simmons, he's a great actor. I love J.K. Simmons, but I feel like they could have done like more with him, if that makes any sense.
yeah,
I will agree with you that they made the aliens way too OP for this movie alone. They've made them way too OP.
yeah.
But the visual effects were cool. The acting was passable.
Passable.
But yeah, I just did not like this movie. Not at all.
Okay. So I would agree with you. The acting was mediocre, but I think it's it's one of those enjoyable movies that you just like to watch with family or a friend. It's not like a Oscar worthy movie, but
Yeah.
yeah. But we have our
Yeah.
agree to disagree opinions about the movie, so not everyone can think the same way or agree the same way at times. But
Mhm.
uh, with my rating of this movie, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because I think it has the actions there, the sci-fi and the thriller and drama and just the futuristic ideals that they put in this movie is there. And if you just want to just have a movie to watch and just relax and enjoy a nice old movie to help your day out, then this is a movie for you. But it just Kyle, what would you review this movie?
Uh, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. Me
wow.
personally, I'll give it like a 5 out of 10 because again, I did not like this movie. I love Chris Pratt, but I did not like him in this. I love J.K. Simmons. I did not like him in this. And I'm like, yo, you can't just put J.K. Simmons on the casting call, and this is what you do with him. Come on, man. Plus, me, I think we just got spoiled on J.K. Simmons because we just saw him as Omni-Man.
Yeah, literally.
We just heard him as Omni-Man. So I think we're getting spoiled with J.K. Simmons' goodness, but in here, no. I'm like, all right. I need a break from you.
Right. I like the whole idea of the movie. I just hope they continue to make those futuristic movies that has a good story. I know, like you said, it looks good on paper, but the way they execute it seems kind of mediocre. But hopefully, in other futuristic movies that they make, hopefully they execute it. And I think there's another futuristic sci-fi that I want to see. It has Hugh Jackman in it. It's called Reminiscence.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, and the same people that wrote Westworld or directed Westworld, and I'm really excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
interesting.
Yeah, but I really. Oh, by the way, I do like Westworld. It's a great show. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend to watch it. But anyways, I want to see Reminiscence for sure, and any other. Also, I'm excited for Matrix 4. I'm excited what they're gonna do with that. That will also be on HBO Max. And then, Kyle, what do you think of Dune, the remake Dune?
Dune?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen the original Dune. I meant to check it out, but just judging by like the trailers for the new Dune, it looks visually, it looks stunning.
Right.
They got an ensemble cast. They got Timothy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name.
Climamet. Yeah.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
They got my boy Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Zendaya.
Yeah.
Who else? I know I'm missing
Dave Bautista.
Oh, Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like this is gonna be a pretty good movie.
Yeah, this is
I'm loving it.
Me too. I'm loving the cast that they have. Dennis Villeneuve. He also made the Blade Runner 2042 movie, which I did not like because it was really boring. And even my grandma didn't like it either. That's how boring it was. So I really hope he doesn't have that type of movie storyline wise, I hope it's not boring because it looks more of like an action-packed movie. It's about 2 hours and 35 minutes. So that is a long movie.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but...
Oh, boy.
I just hope...
made that 3 hours.
Should have made like another Endgame.
Nah.
Or at least half an hour could be commercials.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because when when it comes on TV, it's like another 30 minutes to an hour. So, yeah.
Facts.
But they do cut off some of the scenes that they have if it's too explicit or if they just don't want to show it and edit it out or something. So I do forget they do that sometimes. But, I'm really excited for that to come out soon. That will also be streaming on HBO Max on October 22nd. And then, Matrix 4 and then Space Jam came out. So if you guys haven't watched that. Also, this new movie that came out called The Green Knight. I'm really interested on how that movie is. And it has a...
Dude, I want to see The Green Knight so bad.
Yeah, it's been getting good reviews.
I'm a huge A24 fan.
Yeah,
I love the movies every single movie that they done.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they make Uncut Gems and Good Times?
They made Uncut Gems. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite movies.
Me too.
When did Uncut Gems come out?
I think it was a couple years ago. 2019.
Yeah. But when the whole pandemic started, that's when I watched it last year, and for the first time, I did not see product placement Adam Sandler. I saw Adam Sandler as a different character.
As
That
an
never
actor.
happens with me. Right.
Yeah.
That never happens with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows, like, if Adam Sandler had a good direction or had like good directing, he can win some Oscars. And Uncut Gems, yeah.
Oh, my
Uncut
bad. I didn't
Gems
mean
is
to
like
cut you off.
one of those. Oh no, it's cool, man. Uncut Gems is like one of those movies that should have been at least nominated for one thing, and it didn't.
Yeah, I think it should have gotten at least nominated some type of award, because with Uncut Gems, it was a serious storyline that Adam Sandler acted in, and I thought it had well, actually, it's real life people, and it's based off a real storyline. But I loved the way Adam Sandler acted in that movie. It was Oscar worthy performance. Just every actor, actress in the movie, it should have been an Oscar award winning movie.
At least nominated too.
Yeah, it should have been
nominated. Big props to what's his name? Draymond Green. I
know you're talking about. Hold on.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about the guy who played on the Celtics. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, man. He was great. And normally, like, athlete turned actor never goes out good, but Draymond Green, yeah, man.
I don't think it's Draymond Green, because I think I heard of that.
I hope it's Draymond.
Oh,
Green.
Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. I was like, Draymond Green. And I'm like, that sounds like the dude from
whoops.
what you call it? San Francisco. I don't know. I don't really follow basketball, but the 49ers. No, not the 49ers.
Nah.
I don't know. I forget the team. Yeah. Anyways, Kevin Garnett was in the movie, and I thought his performance was good. Everything. Wait, have you watched Good Times with Robert Pattinson? Because I really think it showed his acting skills.
I watched part of it.
It's a really good movie. I liked it.
Now, the one movie I really need to check out from A24 is Midsommar.
I watched that movie. That was crazy. That was like out of this world. That's
what I keep hearing.
It was a different take on the horror genre. It wasn't
really.
It was more freaky and skin crawling than any other type horror movie. It just seemed kind of not cringy, but like you're on your toes, you're on the edge of your seat, you're curious on what's gonna happen. More like a drama, thriller, suspense horror movie. So,
interesting.
Yeah. But
I don't know if you noticed, but A24 just went on like social media and they actually announced Travis Scott is actually making a movie.
What? Like a real movie, not a documentary movie?
No, a real A24 movie.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Because I think they already released a title. I think it's called Cactus.
What is it called?
Cactus.
Cactus. I never heard of that. Cactus.
A24. Yeah, because yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. It is called Cactus. I had to look that up because after the whole Draymond Green thing, I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Now I'm just to look up my sources.
I'm not sure, Kyle. After Draymond Green, I don't know if I can trust you anymore.
I mean, hey, you judging by that conversation alone, you already know. You just heard like how much I pay attention to sports. 0 to
Me
none.
too, man. I don't. Sports is not as good as I like them to be anymore, and they're just the same thing. and it's just I'm ready for
Facts.
a different spotlight on players, or just for all players to have their spotlight instead of just this one player. So
Yeah. No. The next game, right? I don't care any NBA game. Just have the Looney Tunes come, and then everything will be.
oh,
then I'll be
2K with the
entertained.
Looney Tunes, that would be a sick game.
Yes, sir.
That'll be Space
Yes, sir.
Jam and Infinity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you get to play as different Looney Tunes and different NBA 2K players. It's just a whole
Yes,
combination. Like Steph Curry playing with Daffy Duck. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Or like
sir.
Kevin Garnett to play with Lola Bunny. I don't know. That'll be a sick concept. I don't know. There you go. 2K games. I just gave you an idea. There you go. Make Looney Tunes or Space Jam video game. Space Jam Infinite.
Yeah, 2K. We'll be waiting for our checks in the mail.
Yeah. Give us cut the check.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I'm excited for what they announce and what they release on HBO Max or Disney Plus. I've been hearing about the Star Wars Book of Boba Fett, and I've been hearing that it might be. Well, no, it was from the actor who plays Boba Fett, saying that it might be a grittier take, or it's a lot more grittier than Mandalorian.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I gets me thinking. I'm like, we're gonna see the real Boba Fett. I've never been
I hope so.
huge Boba Fett fan. I don't know why people like Boba Fett a lot.
What?
I never understood why people like Boba Fett.
I'm one of those people who really like Boba Fett. He's a bounty hunter. What do you mean?
I know, but like you never got to see like the true bounty hunter in him, so I just never. I don't know. I mean, I
Okay,
understand
that's
why
fair.
people like him
That's
now
fair.
because of Mandalorian. See how cool he is, but it just.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we never really got to see him as the bounty hunter in the movies. So
That's fair. That's fair. I will give you that.
yeah, and then I still haven't been catching up on the Bad Batch. They're still releasing episodes, so I'm trying to catch up on that.
Wow, still?
Yeah. I so forgot about that because Disney has been terrible, or Disney Plus has been terrible at promoting the Bad Batch. So
Yeah, I think it was just like one time, and then I think everyone just forgot about it. I think it wasn't like till like yesterday when they announced that they're getting a season 2.
wait, they're getting a season 2?
Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, they're getting a season 2.
No, I didn't hear about that at all.
Yeah, they're getting a season 2.
I really hope season 2 is better because season 1 is just pitiful. That first episode is the best episode to date.
Really?
Yeah, I think, in my opinion. I mean, they do have some guest characters from the Clone Wars to keep that continuity going, but other than that, they don't have those like big names like Obi-Wan Kenobi on there, or Darth Vader yet, or Darth Maul, or all these other characters, or Ahsoka
Yeah.
Tano. So I just hope they add like popular enough characters. Like they just added like the okay characters like Cad Bane or Captain Rex. So,
Yeah, understandable.
yeah. So I just hope they do better on featuring characters from other Star Wars continuity shows. But I am really excited for the Kenobi show, Obi-Wan Kenobi show. That's gonna be good.
Ooh, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Lando.
Oh, Lando. Lando.
Hey man, leave me alone.
Kyle's like, oh, I'm excited for Lando.
leave a man and his Lando alone.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Thanks, Patrick. Man, leave me alone. I love Lando.
Yeah, he's all right.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I just never really liked those. I don't know why. But
Man, who doesn't like Lando? Well, actually, shoot. Oh man, that's crazy.
yeah.
Now I'm just saying, if Disney wants to make an R2D2 show, hey man, I'm down for it. I love me some R2D2.
Kyle, what kind of idea is that?
$1 billion idea? What you mean?
$1 billion idea?
What you?
Man, come on. Kyle. I guess we'll have to talk about that another time. But, you know,
And then you're going to get paid $50 million less than he should be for that movie.
and then he's going to sue Disney.
It's going to be on Disney
I don't
Plus
care.
when you didn't want it to be.
The whole documentary on
I
Kyle
don't care.
Burns not getting the money he should be from Disney. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then consequentially, he's not going to get enough money for the documentary about him not getting enough money.
Right.
Dang,
But,
Dang, that's crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. But Kyle, I gotta say, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show today, and thank you for doing this, and thank you, Patrick, for producing my show for today. And Scotty will be back next week. We're coming to an end of the Jones Review for this episode today. I just want to thank everyone who has been supporting the Jones Review, and thank you for buying the cups, for the merchandise. Thank you, everyone, for doing that and supporting the Jones Review. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll have guests Tim Bowles on the show next week. So I hope you guys stay tuned for more of the Jones Review. This is Bailey Jones signing off. And thank you, Kyle.
Thank you for having me, man.
And no problem.
You're listening to WWSU 106.9